Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is JonJonTheWise, and I am here with the illustrious Baby Beard Media crew coming out of Adelaide, the thespian capital of Australia. And
we do pump them out.
Exactly. And we've all been waiting for this day, and it has finally come. We are going to be playing Cyberpunk Red together. Before we start this amazing journey together, I want to talk to you guys about the Discord community that I'm a part of. The link will be in the description below. It's a Cyberpunk Red 2020 fan Discord page. I got a Patreon, patreon.com/JonJonTheWise. Make sure you guys join up for exclusive content like building your campaign. You get insight into me building my campaign. I got cool exclusive stuff on there. I got a podcast, Tabletop Cyberpunk. I talk about Cyberpunk and I love it. I have guests on. And I'm on social media at JonJonTheWise, all social media, TikTok too. Make sure you guys find me there. And I'm going to be passing the marketing stick to Sean. Sean, yes, tell us about what's going on.
Thank you. So my name's Sean. I'm here with, in no particular order, Phil, Ellen, and Chris. We are Baby Beard, a collective of performers and artists in Adelaide, and so we're here to play Cyberpunk Red. So the main reason why we have been asked to be here today is because of our flagship show, Roll to Cast, which is our tabletop role-playing game podcast where we go through a different game every season. We do a whole season worth of content. And we also have interviews with the creators of that game at the end of each season. On top of that, we also do Let's Plays on our YouTube channel, both as solo performers and in varying degrees of partnerships. We also have a Patreon, www.patreon.com/babybeard, where we have lots of little goodies. And if you would like to help us progress and grow, we will give you more content, including a podcast with Ellen called Lunch Dates with Loki.
It's super cute.
Yeah, as well as as a $10 patron, you get Roll to Chat, which is our behind-the-scenes look of our flagship show each and every week. Have I forgotten anything?
We're very handsome.
Yeah, that too.
We're cool, we're funny, we do podcasts and Let's Plays. Check them out, Baby Beard Media.
Perfect. Well, just as well, I'm not using my phone during this game today because I will be rolling in Foundry, and I will not need my calculator right here.
It's probably worth mentioning that this is the very first time we've played a game together with faces. We're used to the podcasting formats. This is a brand new territory for us.
Yes, this is your first foray.
We're so pretty.
Of course, absolutely. And I vote Phil as the hottest because we're both bald.
Solidarity.
Any of us could be bald.
I mean, you guys just go for the easy option in terms of your haircut. Chris and I and Ellen actually put effort into our new looks.
Oh,
I don't know about
shots
that.
fired.
Don't lump me in with that. Don't lump me in with that.
Shots fired.
You absolutely agree with me.
How dare you, dude?
I mean, yeah, let's get into it.
All right, I know whose.
I will say though.
I know whose character I'm targeting first.
I've spent most time on my hair.
Yours, the NPC.
So if you guys,
all of our NPCs die.
If you guys are not wise to what's going on, if you see what I did there, we are playing in the setting of heaven in Night City. This is Phil's setting for his podcast, Roll to Cast, and I am taking the mantle of Game Master, taking his world. He gave me insight into it. He gave me notes, and I have crafted an adventure that will hopefully only be like 3 or 4 episodes. But we'll see how it goes. And they are all reprising their same roles from the podcast, plus one, as Phil is going to be playing a really cool character. And why don't we just get straight into it, introduce these characters in a fun, creative way. Let's start from Ellen. I want to talk about Sprocket. And give us whatever information you can on Sprocket, like a quick few sentences.
Sprocket Volkov is a young girl. I'm not sure how much time has passed since our story in Heaven versus this story, but she's still a teenager. She's 16 or 17 at this point. She is like built like a brick shit house, as we say here in Australia. Like she is guns to the max, very tall, very broad, but she's also very chipper, very fun, very friendly. And even though she'll shoot you, she doesn't necessarily want to kill you. She just wants to protect her family in heaven. Also, she comes from a clan of nomads who are a traveling circus, the Volkov Traveling Family Circus. And her best friend is her pet rat, Vlad.
Yep. And I'm definitely going to be doing some animal handling checks. So I hope you guys have that skill.
Fantastic.
I think my favorite part about
do.
Ellen rolling that character is the whole traveling circus thing was just rolled. It was just you went, okay, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way that the dice landed because that's what I would have picked anyway. But similar for Vlad, I was like, shoulder companion, hell yeah.
Okay.
That's me.
And
Who
what's your
wants to go
signature weapon, Sprocket?
Shotgun, but it also has a
No,
grenade
that's
launcher.
not what I'm talking
That's
about.
not your
not-
signature
Oh!
weapon.
Oh,
Signature weapon, Ellen.
What?
sorry. The signature weapon is the big hammer that she uses to sometimes break limbs.
Yes,
But only
there we
if it
go.
gets super, super serious. I think I do have a picture. I'll just hang on. I'll grab it.
The fandom is in shambles, dude. Nice.
Hey.
There it is.
So this is
The comedy hammer.
big,
That is some
yeah,
Acme
big time
bullshit right
circus
there.
hammer.
I love
Yeah,
it.
it has
So good.
stars on side because when you
just
get hit,
blood.
you see stars. And blood also have not cleaned.
I love the idea that that was like one of those hammers you use to hit the bell, like during a carnival, and you saw it, and you're like, I
Yeah.
want that. And they're like, well, we got to give it to
Yeah.
her now. She's crazy.
Who's gonna take it away from
Yeah,
me?
Yeah, here's your
exactly.
pride. No, I want hammer, but pride, no hammer.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what has happened with Sprocket in between the time of roll to cast and now. I want to do a quick hustle with you. Why don't you roll me 1d6? Either in person
can.
or on Foundry, whatever you would like to do.
I'll just do it in person because it's 1d6. And
Sure.
That's easy math. 2.
2. Okay. During your in-between time, you were protecting a shipment of something. Now, what do you think Sprocket would be protecting? What kind of job would she be doing where she's doing a protectment of some kind of shipment?
For heaven.
It could be for heaven, it could be for your nomad family, it could be for a third party. It's really up to you.
Oh, I think it's probably for the Volkovs then. And I believe because they're a traveling circus, they need to. One of the reasons that it's handy that they're nomads is because they need to pack everything up and move it. And so I literally think she's protecting some of the Volkovs' most like valuable assets in terms of sets, construction, costumes, and other kind of props like
The big top.
gizmos, gadgets. Exactly, because that has been in the family for generations, and they build it sturdy then, and it's still sturdy now, and it's got sentimental value as well as it's good steel, it's good materials that have gone into it. The costumes are lush and cool, but a lot of monetary value has been sunk into this over generations.
Sure. We can say that you were probably moving it around. You had some of your other family members with you. Normal stuff for your family, moving shipments of the materials you need for your family circus. And because of that, you were paid 100 eddies. So put that in your pocket. And that's how much
you.
you'll be carrying with you as your recent payment. And now let's move on to Phil and his character, Grandma, who is making her debut in this setting. So Phil,
Jeez.
go for it.
Grandma, or Elena Lucado, is a 72-year-old woman and a medtech. Not only is she just a random medtech in heaven, she's actually related to another person in the cast. Her grandson is in fact Spitfire. So she was in heaven during the events of what was my campaign called?
Feed the Beast.
Feed the Beast, thank you. My brain is obviously not working today.
Don't worry.
During Feed the Beast, and then had to put back both, cure all the various bullet wounds that they came back with after the Netwatch raid, and try and heal the brain damage that was sustained by our Netrunner as well. And then decided that, if she's going to be putting them back together when they go out there, she might as well, protect them on the job instead. It's probably just a little bit more efficient to come with and make sure her grandson doesn't break anything, lose any arms or eyes or anything. Because while her immediate children are lost to her as kind of corporate shills, her grandson has turned out to be a good punk boy. So she top bloke, a good punk,
a good C word.
She wants to make sure. She's going to pack his lunch and make sure that he comes back in one piece from his jobs. She's pretty lean and fit for the age she is. She's a very hands-on, very practical person, and she's got a very kind of wry, dry humor, a bit like her grandson, in fact, where they both have a bit of a sark. It runs in the family, I think. But she's a very kind of practical-based medtech. She knows a little bit of surgery, but she mainly likes to get out with her cryo pump and stick anyone injured in the line of protecting heaven with a cryo bag.
That'll come in handy if anybody dies or almost dies.
Almost dies, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She also knows how to make a speed heal as well, which she can jab you with. She has a clinic up in the Concord Medical Center where you'll find her drinks chilling on her cryo system while it recharges.
She likes the sauce. Well, why don't you roll me 1d6?
She's old enough now. She doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, why should she? They do that vamping thing. I'm sure it's like so much better in 2045. Have you heard of that? Where they put the blood in your... Never mind. All right, let me get a 1d...
the skin treatment.
Yes.
No, vampire facial.
Oh.
Yes.
I've heard of it.
I probably said it. It's probably not called vamping, and I just said that like with confidence. So
Vamping is something we do all the time on our podcast. So.
Yeah, you just kind of keep the conversation going to stall.
Yeah, spilling dead air is vamping.
Got it.
You're vamping
I'm
about
learning.
vampire facials.
I'm learning how to be an actor.
Do a bit of a hustle?
Yes, please roll me 1d6 and let's figure out what you've been doing in between this time. I saw your dice this time.
Hey.
This time I actually saw your dice. Isn't that weird? All right, so 5. You did a major medical procedure for a very well-healed client. Heal, like the heel of your foot. Healed client. So
well-healed client usually means they're rich, right? That's what it means.
So this is perfect for our setting. You did it for a corporate that probably came through heaven. And we'll get into why there are corporates in heaven in just shortly. Okay. We'll start talking about that. But that would make the most sense to me is they came, they were very grateful for what you've done for them, maybe had some kind of drug addiction or some kind of chemical addiction to something the corporation was injecting in them, and you were able to get it out, right? Yeah. What else do you think?
That's lovely.
Do you think there anything else should be added to that?
Yeah, I think you know the idea is that both people in heaven, but Grammar especially, know the value of discretion with these sorts of things. And so, while we don't especially like corporates, if they're doing something to fly in the face of their corporate masters, take their money.
Yes. So, would you accept money, or would it have to be insisted upon you?
From a corporate, yeah, I'd take money.
Okay, they gave you 200 eddies.
Take one from my... Yeah, great. I wouldn't take it from my fellow dreamers, but yeah, from a guy using the clinic from outside, gimme.
Sure. So this corporate was very grateful and had no question about your pricing or anything, and paid the rate that you asked for, which was 200 eddies.
Can I roll my trading?
Yeah. Roll your trade, please. You wanna gouge him a little bit? I love that.
Yeah.
Get a better deal.
Oh no.
She's thrifty. I like that.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no!
the corporate was heavily insulted because they came to you with such gratitude and were like, "Oh, you're like you remind me of my grandma." And then you're like, "No, I said 250. I didn't say 200." And they're like, "No, I think you said 200." And you can tell their opinion of grandma has changed completely as they leave your clinic.
Oh boo.
Not making friends, are we?
Drama.
So,
Worth a try.
Sean, why don't you tell us about Spitfire, and then when you're ready, roll me 1d6.
Okie dokie. So Spitfire James, who is the resident techie in this particular group. Spitfire James, he's quite a short man. I always had Seth Green in my head whenever I was creating him. That the kind of short, snarky, sarcastic, sardonic fellow. He did have a bright red mess of hair, but since the events of Feed the Beast, where he happened to find his long lost partner in crime, the Way, Jane, and they have since reconciled together and happily, well, we'll find out, living it up in heaven. He now has a flush of bright silver hair, which Jane said would look particularly dashing on him, so straight away with it. He does have a particular hesitant outlook on humanity. He finds that technology is much more easy to deal with. It's much more black and white, whereas humans are a shade of grey. And so there's a certain amount of distrust that has been beaten a little bit out of him since he went into heaven. His crew that he rolls with and the people close to him, he trusts, and he's kind of learned to find a bit more of a balance. But for the most part, give him something to tinker with, give him something to fix, and he's all on it. He grew up in the corp setting. His parents were around during the Fourth Corporate War, and he was always a person on the streets. He ran through the hot zone. He hustled through that way. He had his own little crew, and so he's always been a ground level punk, and that's where he likes to stay. And since coming into heaven, he now has drawn a little bit closer to his grandma, someone who is a little bit close to his sensibilities and the way he runs and his outlook on life. And, techie and medtech together, it just makes sense.
Of course.
And that's pretty much Spitfire James in a nutshell.
Okay, roll me 1d6. Let's see how you hustled.
Okay, give me a hot second.
And I don't know why it's got you crying and sweating. Does it show you guys?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, he's got some sort of emotion.
I
in there.
He is
I
of
don't know how
a
you
kind
did
of nervous disposition, but I was like, he's not that nervous. Damn.
He's got tear ducts inserted into his forehead, so he cries from his
This
hairline.
is a new cybernetic what he got.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, with a 2, you rebuilt some tech you scavenged in the combat zone. So you and another group of dreamers set out to the combat zone because there was a rumor that there's some old tech in some of the old office buildings that are over there. And lo and behold, you guys found an automated turret that could be fixed. It looked like it couldn't have been fixed, but you guys went over there, you heard about it, and once you got there, you were ambushed. Luckily, you guys were able to get out of there okay, and you found 100 eddies off the dead body of some of the dumb boosters that thought they could get one up on the Dreamers.
Oh,
And
That guy.
Heaven has one more turret.
hey, yeah, I
Well
think that
done.
was definitely an instance of Spitfire taking the opportunity to roll with his old crew. So he would have gone out with the Way and Nod to individuals who were recent additions to Heaven. And they just wanted to roll out like old times and go on an old scavenger hunt like the days of old. And yeah, this is the thing where he has the opportunity, give him something to fix, give him something to really get his hands inside to, and he'll happily put that towards the benefit of Heaven. But yeah, I think that was just an opportunity for him to feel like his old self a little bit more, and to, as much as he has love and respect for his Heaven crew in the others around him, this was a chance to just feel a little bit like the Spitfire of old.
Yeah, and your buddies,
Gangs back together.
yeah, they might have like even were the ones that found this tip because they just wanted to find some kind of excuse to get the band back together. And you know, they heard about all the things you guys did with Netwatch and all the crazy shit that went down. So they were like, okay, why don't we get some action with Spitfire? See what happens. See how
Hey,
he's changed.
there. They were there.
Exactly.
Wayne and Nod were there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They were there. So they wanted in on action with you personally. They wanted it to be like old times. They got a taste of it. So I love that.
There's nothing sexier than me and Jane going up and having bullets flying at us and almost dying. It's really romantic.
Exactly.
Did you bring a teenager for some reason?
Yeah. Gotta
Can you
make it
imagine? Can you imagine what happens after you both risk your lives that evening?
Nod's just like, oh man, this sucks. I want to get out of here. Gross. Ah.
Yeah, just right there on the heaven floor as soon as we get.
Dude, right there in the combat zone, dude.
Oh, no.
Keep a lookout.
Let's move on
See ducking
to.
behind cover and just like grabbing.
Ah, come on, Spitfire.
Make-
Oh, and the
Make
most
love,
important
not war.
thing is he generally doesn't rock a gun as his primary weapon. He's a crossbow man. Absolutely, with all different types of arrows. He really loves experimenting with that good old-fashioned crossbow. It's just much more intimate a weapon.
Sorry, got some monster down the wrong pipe. Ugh, as it does. Let's move on to Chris and Wax, our resident netrunner. Tell us about everything.
Wax is a early 20s netrunner based in Heaven. He's the son of a program designer and netrunner, Daedalus, who recently... should I do spoiler stuff? Is that something that we should avoid? I mean,
Maybe you can hint. Maybe
Okay.
you can hint at stuff.
This is a warning to everybody right now. Fast forward for like 10 minutes if you feel like there's some spoilers. I will.
I won't
Pause.
take 10
Pause.
Yeah,
Go and
pause.
listen to Feed the Beast.
Yeah,
And then
that's
come
right.
back.
All of
Then
it.
come back.
Yeah.
He met his father very recently, and his father gave him a new program. I'll talk around it rather than do any spoiler stuff.
Gotcha.
He met his father. He got a new program called Wings, which is a program designed to navigate the old net. It's an incredible program designed to make net running very, very easy, or doable in places where you normally wouldn't be able to. Wax is a cool guy. He doesn't talk an awful lot, and when he does, it's usually a quippy one-liner or a sardonic line about how you suck. I think that's a fair estimation, right?
Oh yeah.
You have a catchphrase, don't you?
Yeah, bruh.
Say it.
Bruh.
Bruh.
He sort of has a, I guess, Southern Californian accent, I guess, or my approximation of a Southern Californian accent.
It's pretty spot on.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, there we go.
Nice.
I am a
he's
Southern Californian, so I'm valid.
Fantastic. There we
Oh,
go.
wow.
Hopefully, your voice will influence me, and I can do an even better job than before, or it'll just get worse. He's a lover. He's a incredible bisexual, chaotic energy sort of person, and he knows he's better than you, and better than any other netrunner out there.
Ooh.
Is there much else to talk about?
Well, let's see what he did in his hustle. Roll me 1d6.
Yeah.
Sword and fashion sense are two things I remember about Wax.
Sure. He has an incredible fashion sense, and he uses a sword. Ooh,
And
that's
the parade of X's that he's left in his wake.
Yeah, I was going to mention he's got a long slew of ex-lovers.
He likes the
4.
ladies. A 4, and that time the dice came up again too. This thing doesn't know when it wants to work. All right.
weird.
During your hustle, you found a valuable data cache in an abandoned system and sold it. So, let's see. An abandoned system. Maybe you went with Spitfire to that same office building when he was scavenging, and you found an old data term, an old data fortress. And lo and behold, there were some Raven micro cybernetics, some like schematics for a new system, some kind of something that they were working on, but they just couldn't get off the ground because of the Fourth Corporate War. And you went and sold it to the highest bidder that paid you 200 euro bucks for that.
Heck yeah.
But if you think
Fantastic.
that's too cheap, maybe you can roll some kind of hustle or trading or persuasion, and we can go from there. Or if you're happy with that payment, then it is what it is.
Where
You
is
should bump it
it's
up.
it's a social, isn't it? Is trading? No, I'm good. I'm quite happy with that deal. Wax doesn't really care. I imagine Wax went with Nod, maybe giving the two lovers a time alone while they went and
Appreciate
salvaged material, where Wax took the
Chaperone.
teenager and was like, "All right, kid, let's I'm gonna try and show you some tech stuff." So I don't know, maybe Wax has got a little protege. He's a teacher to young kids at Heaven, so I guess that makes a sort of sense.
Wonderful.
And, I mean, Nod's not getting a euro buck out of him, but he could be there to the experience would be worth more than 200 euro bucks.
You got to hang out with
Yeah.
Wax, dude.
It's Wax, man.
I know.
The
Come on.
coolest guy. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean he's put up with Sprocket for long enough. I think he knows how to deal with teenagers.
I was doing like a
fantastic.
fledgling solo, like a rank 1 or 2 solo.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so that'll be that scene.
Okay, sounds good. So you guys have some pocket money, and that is what had been happening in between Roll to Cast, and now you guys had been focusing on hustles like that, trying to do what you can for Heaven as dreamers, as it is your responsibility for this awesome community that is the only beacon of hope in Night City. You guys were living your lives, and now let's go back to Night City as I play some music here. And
Are we changing tone?
we are changing a little bit, not too crazy. Let's see here. That music wasn't that bad. Okay, here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
Night City, the time of the red. You are in Heaven, a skyscraper arcology founded by a group of edge runners called the Dreamers. Within Heaven are many groups, and there has been a recent influx of what the streets call X-suits. As many corporations are crumbling under the pressure of the time of the red, many of their employees see the writing on the wall and have decided to cut ties with their evil corporations. Some have ventured into a life of crime. Some have ventured out to start corporations of their own. And some have decided to change their lifestyle for the better. They're tired of looking the other way as injustices pass them by, and they're tired of doing whatever their corporation needs of them. So they joined organizations like the Dreamers because they also have dreams and had dreams before they joined their corporations. As Heaven's population is growing, so are the responsibilities to keep it running. But all work and no play makes you a dull chumba. And Night City is anything but dull. The inhabitants of Heaven need a little bit of rest and relaxation from time to time. If you live in Heaven and you're looking for a good time, then all you have to do is ask and you will receive. And that's what Brunhilde decided to do, to open her cantina. And this is the cantina, as you guys can see. Let me just zoom out for our viewers. And let's get a little bit of music change here. That's not the one I'm looking for. Here we go. This is the one. I've been working on it. All right. You guys are in Brunhilde's cantina. where there's food, drink, games, and much more. But above everything, it's a place where the dreamers can forget about what horrors lay beyond heaven's gate. All the seats and tables are mismatched and repurposed from restaurants that have been abandoned in Night City. There's a purple-pink glow of neon lights throughout the entire bar that seats 30 comfortably, but is usually packed with at least 60. Helping Brunhilde, manage the new bar, is William, an aging, simple man who rarely smiles but has a heart of gold, and Sprocket, a young Volkov girl with a pet rat and a sledgehammer with a body count. She's teaching someone a lesson. The lesson: don't judge a book by its cover. And this ex-Zetatech Corp made that mistake when he decided he could beat a 16-year-old girl in an arm wrestling match. There's a jovial crowd around the table as Sprocket and the exec are in position. Their hands are clasped as Brunhilde walks around collecting bets. Spitfire is referee for this competition, and when he lets go of their hands, the game begins. With a giant smile on her face, Brunhilde finally turns to Spitfire and says, "All bets are in. Now, freeze!" We know where Sprocket is. We know where Spitfire is. Grandma and Wax, where are you guys in this cantina?
I think Grammar will be nearby with like her feet up on a freshly vacated chair because people are crowding around, ready to fix whoever's arm ends up broken after the end of this.
Okay, I like that. So somewhere by the bar, maybe somewhere real close by.
Yeah, she's watching, but like now there's a bit of space, right? Because everyone's crowded around, so she's like, okay, cool, I can take a second.
And Wax, where are you standing? How are you behaving?
Wax will be standing just by the door. Deep in the canteen rather, and leaning against it with one foot up against it, in the coolest pose he can do. A little bit annoyed that attention is being drawn from him, where he'd be chatting someone up, and obviously with such a big distraction, that can't happen. So, but he's got
No
his
one's looking at you being so cool.
right. How dare that?
Yeah, you're
Wax
definitely.
is cool, but no one sees it. Is he still cool?
Yes,
Ooh.
no hesitation.
I feel like as well as Spitfire has their arms clasped together, he just kind of looks from his fellow dreamers to this particular very, very brave combatant, and just says, "Okay, I'm gonna need a nice clean battle. Well, clean-ish. And when I let go, it's gonna begin. And as I say to all of Sprocket's opponents, we have a medtech nearby. Go!"
Well, before you say go, let me get a human perception from Spitfire and Sprocket. And before we do that,
Alrighty. Human perception. Where are you?
Human perception.
perception.
There we are.
Okay,
There it is.
9 from Spitfire.
Not great.
Ooh, and Sprocket a 7.
No.
So
She's caught up on your clean game comment because she's like, well, it is going to be clean game. I just washed hands like 2 minutes ago, so I think I am following rules, right? Unless they made new rules that I don't know. This is her internal monologue.
I think Spitfire's also slightly inebriated by this point. He's got a few.
I think we all are.
why don't you guys continue role playing? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go put my son down, and I'll be back, and we'll continue.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Who else wants to take me on? And for fun show after, I have Vlad and Vlad's wife Zena, and they are going to be doing some circus tricks. So please stay tuned for that. I have trained them to walk along tiny little wire.
yeah,
Very similar.
And
Oh, sorry.
When my grandson takes out your shoulder, pops out your shoulder, I'll pop it right back in for you.
that's
To me or them?
that's my grandma over there.
Yeah,
She's
don't let
fine.
anyone forget it, too.
This is the thing. Like he's even said go, but he hasn't let go of the hands yet. He's quiet. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like, well, has he completely forgotten that he said when his hands let go, he'll
it's
do
kind
it?
of like and go.
So he's quite drunk.
He's had a night. I think this is almost like a celebration. And when he's
Yeah.
around this many goddamn people, it's nice to have a bit of liquor in you to be able to deal with the sludge. You know what I mean?
I like
yeah,
the
is it
idea
very
you
like
go.
overwhelming?
What's that?
Quiet, and everyone's like, it's sort of awkward to the whole crowd. And like,
Yeah.
is he working? Someone reset him. What's happening?
I love that.
Oh.
But also in Spitfire's mind, he's probably like, why the hell has no one started the game yet?
Ooh, I like this. We can do like each other's voices.
A little bit, yeah.
Bruh.
I didn't know if I was gonna go full old lady, but I probably don't think so.
Well, and that's the grandpa. Hello,
Yeah, that's.
I'm Grandpa Lucado.
So if you say
Ah,
go,
British.
if you say go and don't let go,
American grandpa.
I think
You're like
Wax will
Abe
just say
Simpson.
brah.
You say bruh.
Bruh.
Yeah, when he goes go and nothing happens, he's like, ugh, bruh.
Yeah, but he says it like under his breath so no one else
Yeah,
can
that's
hear.
right. That's right. And his eyes move
are you-
across the floor of the cantina to try and find someone to sleep with. Anyone.
Wax,
Anyone who's
are
not
you
paying
looking-
attention.
Anyone you haven't
I'm
already
going-
slept with.
Yeah, and they're not angry
Yeah,
with
yeah.
him. Wax is-
Pickings are getting slim these
Wax
days.
is a really bad person. He really needs to settle down, maybe.
Uh,
Or just stop breaking hearts.
You don't.
That
I,
would
don't- I
be
get the feeling he
handy.
doesn't mean to. He just sleeps with people, and then he's just like, no, I'm not really looking for.
No. I mean,
No, I never said I was
Yeah.
looking for anything.
all
John-
of Wax's
John-
relationships.
What did I
are
just walk
500
into?
Days of summer.
so we fired all our guns on everyone in the room, and everyone's now dead.
You guys ruined the game, goddammit.
Yeah,
no, Spitfire
yeah.
was too drunk to realize that he had to let go of the hands when he said go.
And
All right.
So he's just kind of holding it like that. Everyone's like, Sprocket's like, if clean game, maybe we do it in water. I don't understand. And Wax is looking to sleep around.
And after a
Typical
after a
guy.
couple of seconds, he kind of looks over at Grandma, and Grandma will probably give him like a get on with it. Oh, right.
And I think they both failed their human perception. Right?
Absolutely.
Oh, we-
you guys
did.
you guys definitely tanked on that. And this corporate you are arm wrestling with, I mean, he's got that steel look in his eyes, like he's fucking ready. He's ready to arm wrestle
Like
the
he's got
16-year-old
legit
girl.
steel in his eyes. Because
That's
this is
right.
Cyberpunk, baby. We can
And
do
your
that.
giant hands just wrap around his little baby corporate hands, but he's got this face like, no, I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna lose to a 16-year-old girl. Piazzarin, everybody. Okay, show begins when you say Spitfire.
Oh, I thought. Oh, that's right. The hand. Oh, sorry.
And you go. Give me an athletics check, Ellen.
Is it athletics or brawl?
Do brawl. I think brawl actually probably would be better.
It's the same. It's the same number. I just
Sure.
wanted to be specific.
Backflips out of the.
Oh, right. You
Does the
haven't.
splits.
You have quite an edge on him, and it seems like you immediately feel like, oh, I could definitely take it easy on this guy. And do
He's
you
fine.
do you take it easy, or are you the kind of person that is like, nope, this is going all, I'm putting his hand through the table?
No. Well, I think as soon as she senses like that she's got so much give, she's from the Volkov family circus, and you can't have like a spectacle without any tension. So she kind of like easily figures out that she can go, oh, but then she's like, ooh, bring it back. Oh no, I think he's got me. Oh. And then like drops him. She's not a very good actor though, so people can probably see through her charade.
You do exactly that. You slam this guy's hand onto the table at the very end, making it seem like he kind of had a chance, but you know the entire time he had no chance. He is dumbfounded. He has this look in his face like, did I just lose an arm wrestling match to a 16-year-old girl? Granted, she's giant and I'm little, but still, man.
In Volkov family circus, we must do arm wrestle before breakfast every day.
And
hey, toxic masculinity exists even in Cyberpunk.
exactly.
Good to know.
And he
Good to
and
know
like
it
we
survived
said,
all the radiation.
he has definitely learned his lesson today to not judge a book by its cover. And Brunhilde loves it. She's loving this. Oh, look at you, stupid little man. You think you could beat her? Oh, you're not gonna beat my Kartoffel. There's no way. Now off with you.
I am strong like potato.
We actually have a gym up on level 8 if you want to lift some weights there.
Grandma says that to him, and he's just utterly defeated. And this is coming off the rumors that you tried to gouge another corporate when they came to you with help, and it's like, dude, this grandma person, just stay away from them. That's how these corporates feel now.
Well, she has a history with corporates, so...
Exactly. It's interesting. So Brunhilde, she comes up to you, and immediately you guys notice something very different about her. She has a pep to her step. She's happy. She's better than she's ever been before, because that gnawing injury that she's had from the Volkov's family circus back in the day, her back got ruined. She finally got that fixed thanks to the new influx of corporates that have come in. Give me 1 second here. Yes, so she lets you know about... She's sitting down, and you guys can obviously see... Let me get a cyber tech check from anybody that wants to do that. And you can get some more information on her new cyberware.
Sprocket has no tech awareness whatsoever. A little bit about cars, but I just think she might be like,
Spitfire smashed it.
We both did pretty well.
Yeah.
Like grandma, like grandson.
Yep.
Yeah, we both sort of like look over at the same time, and we're like talking shop with each other.
Yeah, so you guys are... Yeah, go ahead.
Mylar bone reinforcement?
I don't know. That looks like a little bit... It looks like that, but updated. You know what I mean? Like, it's just really 2045.
And if you guys take a look into chat, that is the information. She has some Valenti cybernetics, custom gold trimmed, white pearl, smooth like milk. Spine, hips, legs, everything has been replaced. Easily worth 15,000 eddies. Anti-theft biolock. I mean, this is top of the line luxury cyberware.
Brunhilde, sorry, pardon me. How much did you fork out for this, if you don't mind me asking?
Nothing, my little boy. Nothing. These corporates, they come here.
Who did you knock over for it then?
Oh, please, Grandma. You know, we are a little bit old of age. We don't knock over people anymore. At least I hope you don't. But...
Well, you know, depends if they get in my way.
I didn't have to schmooze anybody.
Knocks people over.
Exactly.
She only lifts them up in big circus fashion.
And hey, check this out. And she picks up a giant keg with one hand and puts it over her shoulder, and she says, I still got it!
Oh.
I think like a Spitfire is if Wax is, you know, roughly in the vicinity, he might just quickly sidle over, almost, you know, shoulder to shoulder, but facing the other way, just so he can he can like kind of just whisper over. So that gear there is worth about 15,000, and Brunhilde paid absolutely nothing for it.
Yeah, she didn't pay yet.
Good
Right.
point. Good point. Brunhilde begins to let you guys know about exactly how it went down. This new influx of corporates came in, and we all know who Brunhilde is. She's a beacon of positivity and hope and love. And she was just another way that these corporates felt like this is their new home. So they all pooled their money together and just they couldn't stand seeing her limp and move around the way she did, especially with her stories and the way that she made them feel. They all chipped their money together and didn't just replace parts, they enhanced parts and got her the top of the line stuff. I mean, if she walks around on the streets, people are going to be like, whoa, what the hell? Is that a Valenti?
Yeah.
Hmm. Be
This
careful where
is-
you walk around with that.
Very amazing. Does that mean, Brunhilde, that you can do old trick? Papa said that you would be able to pick up, like, car in hand and spin around. Can you do that again?
Oh, Kartoffel, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, please, Brunhilde. I have never seen. I only heard.
I mean, and she looks up, and as you can see in this photo, there is like a vehicle on the top of the bar right there. It's literally like half of a vehicle. It has the engine in it and everything, so it's fairly heavy. It's at least like 2,500 pounds, something like that. And she says, maybe... Ow, what the hell? Give me 1 second. She jumps up on top of the bar, leaps on top of it, digs two of her hands into the front bumper, and you see her hands kind of like go through the framing of this car, and immediately you guys start hearing her pull this thing out. It's crunching, it's making horrendous metal crunching noises. And why don't I get
It's not a load-bearing car, is it?
let me get a perception check from you guys, or an engineering check.
What did you say?
Yeah, hopefully this doesn't mean the whole thing comes crashing down.
What would I do?
Spitfire.
Engineering, like basic tech?
You could do basic tech or just do a perception, either one.
Rolling rocks, sincerely.
Can I use my vehicle tech specifically?
Yeah,
Or
you
is
can.
it only just tech?
The vehicle tech will let you know exactly how much it weighs, and you could probably put it together. Okay, so Sprocket,
16.
you're seeing it, and you're thinking, is that a good idea? Actually, you're not too sure. Grandma, you're also not too sure. It's not your area of expertise. Load-bearing cars. But Wax and Spitfire, you guys see that it's obviously connected to something really important. There's like lug nuts and screws that are like coming off. That entire ceiling there will come down with that car, 100%. And she's just pulling.
No, that's not a fantastic idea.
No,
Maybe-
I can do it. I can do it. Wait.
Hey, Brunhilde.
No, why
Stop.
don't you just do it with me instead? I'm very heavy, and it will be just as fun.
I think like
Brunhilde, stop.
Spitfire will try and scramble up on the table just to like try and put some resistance against it. Be like, try and point out where, look, that's connected to that, and that goes down, and then all bad things happen.
She takes a look and she goes, "Oh, I'll be damned. You're right." Ugh. She pushes it back in and like kind of just crunches it back in. And now it's like permanently dented. The lights are broken on that car, but it looks like it'll hold, hopefully.
I don't like that, hopefully.
Well, I guess maybe these circus tricks are in the past, maybe, and not in bars.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe we should do them outside, not inside.
Sprocket, that was your idea after
Yeah.
all.
Yes, maybe,
No,
maybe
but
so.
Yes, maybe we find other car that is not attached to building
Yeah, the
at some
big,
point. Not
big
right now.
skyscraper kind of building that we all live in. Yeah, let's not
Yes,
let's not do
it's
that.
very tall.
But
So
That was
you've
my
got- You've
mistake.
got a lot. You're walking around with a lot there. Like they haven't asked you for anything? They haven't asked you whether they, want you to do any favors for them?
No, Mr. Candlewax, no. They will never tell me these kinds of things. I asked them, you want money? You want free ticket to the show next year? Or you want some free drink at my cantina? They don't say anything to me. They just want to give me new cyberware. And I'm not gonna say, no, I have pain in this one and pain in this one. They take it away. What can I say?
Look, in my experience, and this is a lot of experience we're talking here, nothing, and I mean nothing, comes free.
Yeah.
You think that they'll be wanting something from Brunhilde back?
I'm just saying,
Everybody wants something, Sprocket.
You don't get through this life without repercussions, you know what I mean?
Corpos can flip, though. We do know this.
Well,
Yeah.
they have
I'll
not
believe it when I
flipped
see
yet
it.
for us. They only just dislike us. I would like them to flip from not shooting at us.
We've had that.
It would be good.
We've seen that before. Ones who've shot at us flip.
I don't know,
It's
Brunhilde.
true.
I'm happy for you, but I don't like it.
I understand. She gives you one of her signature chuckles. I understand, Spitfire. But I'm feeling good. Maybe these corporates, they turn a new... How you say the word? Turn a new... leaves?
Oh, yes, that's better. That's better than mine.
Thank you, Cartophil. Yes, they turn a new leaves, and maybe they're different when they join the Dreamers.
Yeah. Yeah,
They want
seen
to be
that before.
joining all of these corporates who are coming to you are wanting to be joining heaven.
Yes, this is what happened. There's so many of them. They come in. It's 1, then 2, then 20, then 30. And Dreamland say it's okay to have them in. Who are we to say Dreamland is incorrect? Maybe they know something we don't.
I
Well,
think
there
it's,
is strength in numbers, but I think we have to maintain healthy suspicion. I've been around longer than any of you, and I know that there's always snakes amongst the grass.
Spitfire himself has kind of gone a little bit introspective. He's sitting cross-legged now on the bar of the table. He's just come down from trying to keep the car up, and he's just sharing a look with Grammar, which is meant to encapsulate that their family history with Corpse, and he just has this. He just got that sinking feeling, that distrust. Like, that's 15 grand. That's just
We're on the level. We're on the same level here. We don't like it, either of us.
Yeah. But he knows that he's not going to get rid. He can't say any more than he has. Especially around Sprocket, I think as well. He doesn't want to unnecessary. Well, he doesn't want to alarm Sprocket.
He
doesn't want to infer that something bad could happen to Brunhilde.
We've done enough to kill the buzz. So I guess the two of us are like, nah, okay.
And as you guys are having this conversation, up walks a female Beta Tech Corp IT, ex Beta Tech Corp IT. She has her badge. She just left the corporation and walked in maybe today. And she walks up to you all and she says, "Excuse me, are you part of the original Dreamers that started Heaven?"
Well, I've been here since near the beginning, yeah.
Brunhilde says, "I'm only old."
Yes, I've only been here for a short time coming from Family Circus, but now is my new home. But I am not old at all.
I'm sorry,
in either sense.
You would be who?
My name is Maz. Thank you so much. Your name?
You can call me Spitfire.
Spitfire and
Sprocket Volkov.
Grandma Sprocket
Volkov.
Sprocket Volkov. Okay, and she points to you, Wax.
Sup?
Sup. Very nice to meet. Oh, sorry. I didn't. I thought your name was Sup.
Fine.
Walk up to her and
This is Vlad.
look at her badge
Yep.
and just pick it off.
Oh, I'm so. It's.
You want to be a dreamer, huh?
I'll be honest with you. It's part of my uniform. I'm used to wearing this every day. I put it on every morning, and look at me. I put it on in the morning.
As a dreamer, you can wear whatever the hell
Uniform.
you want, and you won't need this anymore. I just chuck it behind me.
Wax will
Is uniform like costume?
Yeah, it is like a costume. You struck a nerve by saying that. You can definitely tell something struck a nerve when you said costume. I think we've all been putting on a costume for quite some time now. And I know that it's hard. I overheard your conversation, and I know it's hard to trust us, and you shouldn't trust us as we worked for corporations, but I just want you all to know that I'm very grateful that you took me in. I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm absolutely grateful that you've given me this opportunity to change my life. And I think this is a place I can call home.
All right. Well, one of the first things you got to do is lose that corpo shit.
At least make it
when we
a
talk-
little individual.
Yeah, you're not your corporation anymore, so you need to stop wearing that sort of garbage. And Wax will pick up what Grammar threw away, the badge.
You have one Beta Tech Corp badge.
You seem sad when talking about costumes. In circus, costumes were very fun. Maybe we can put some epaulets on you, things on the shoulders, and some tassels. And maybe we can start with can she get like Vlad to kind of like tear up the shoulders and like make it like an epaulette so that it's like kind of stringy shoulder, looks a bit grungy.
As you're saying these things, she says, yeah, that would be nice. And then you brought up Vlad, and you pull out Vlad. And why don't you roll me a D6 evens? She's terrified of rats. Odds, she's not.
I have a coin for that.
Oh yeah, coin.
So-
Let's do it. Whatever one.
Yeah.
What's what? Tell me what's what.
The squid is evens.
Okay.
And then one is odds.
Okay, so squid is terrified. We'll say.
Hang on.
Makes sense.
It's been a while since I've flipped a coin.
Squids are scary.
What did we say
So
one was?
squid is scary.
One-
she's cool.
She's cool
fine.
with it, and she looks and says, "Oh my god, is that your pet?" And
Yes, well, he's more like an advisor and close friend. And yes, almost like brother to me. His name is Vlad, after my great-great-grandfather and his father and his father's father. We have a lot of Vlads in family.
oh, okay, okay, yeah, that's
He has
nice.
his own blog on the Dreamscape. You should check it out. He wears many funny costumes. Is why he knows a lot about clothes.
Wax will try and catch this woman's eye and do like a eye gesture of it's fine. She's kind of crazy, but not dangerous. The kind of like
She's definitely looking for that from somebody. Please, like, tell me, like, this isn't a psychopath that's gonna cut me into pieces.
Wax gives her the it's cool. Don't worry, she's not gonna hurt you.
Nice to meet you, Vlad. Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet such a celebrity.
Oh, Vlad, did you hear that? You're getting famous around here. We need to up your rates on your Dreamscape site.
But if you ever catch a glimpse
Okay.
of Sprocket's car, you might want to take your fashion advice from Wax.
I
Sure,
think card looks very good.
sure.
It's individual, which is the point I'm making. You gotta find your own thing here. You're not a Zeta Tech employee anymore, and you're only a dreamer if you can be yourself while you're amongst us.
All right.
I've just had is she a terribly attractive person?
She's middle of the
Come on
road.
now.
Middle of the road.
Asking the right
Here we
questions.
go.
Right?
Nah, it's fine.
She's an
I'll
office.
roll for it.
She's an office 8.
Oh, okay, cool. Wax will
Which
approach
means what? A city 3?
a city 6. An office
City
8 is a city 6.
She's a work wife.
Is
I know-
Spitfire the
I know
only
these
one
numbers.
with a partner?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Wax will approach her and, in an effort of like, in a very cool, confident, he'll find a button where she's done. I presume the corpo outfit is quite tight. It's quite.
Yeah, she's wearing like a corporate outfit, suit, business suit, pantsuit, stuff like that.
Well, he'll find like
I'm worried
either,
people can't see my eyebrows.
he'll find like a neckerchief or like a top button, and just undo it or like loosen it slightly and be like, see.
Okay, why don't you roll me a what?
Sexy.
Roll me a sexy
Wardrobe.
check.
Sexy check.
Some kind of empathy check.
Do you want a personal grooming role?
Yes.
Or would you like a yeah,
Isn't
that's
there a
cool.
wardrobe and style?
I like that. I like wardrobe and style,
Oh.
personal grooming. Either one of those is good.
I'll go with wardrobe and style in
Okay.
an effort to make her feel good. Nice.
Ooh, crushed it. Absolutely, dude.
Damn.
You see her.
You are married
You
now.
see her glow, Wax. Definitely, she gives you this like feeling that she probably didn't think she ever had a chance with you, and then now like she thinks that she might have a chance with you. She didn't see you in that light, and then now that you're like spending this extra attention on her, she is like over the moon about it. You said your name was Wax?
Yeah.
Wax.
He'll lean in and just like tuck a piece of hair behind her ear.
Can I-
and say, go for it.
I was gonna make an offer that like maybe you could like look at her suit for a second, undo a button, and then just like rip off her sleeves, and now she's just got like a cool vest instead, like a punky vest.
She's like ripped underneath, right? I'm just
She's gone to
working
the
in my
gym.
own head now. Hey, corps have fancy gyms, I would imagine. It's all the
I think
perks.
like Spitfire will, because Spitfire is still kind of right near Grammar, he'll just say, look, I know his name is Wax, but she seems to be the one that's melting right now.
Oh. I think
Can
he'll
I roll?
definitely find like I think if she's got like one of those like quite tight pencil skirts, he'll just rip up the slit up the side. That's
Whoa.
that's the big
Scandalous.
move.
All right, you
Nice.
do that,
This-
and
we are-
the crowd in there really liked it. They love her
I
new
mean,
look.
We'll make a punk out
Can
of
I
the
roll?
year.
Yeah, can I roll human perception to see if I can tell if they're flirting?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for
I
sure.
remember you failed this hardcore in Feed the Beast. This is great.
You have no idea. You think Wax is just like her like fashionista muse or stylist or something like that.
Ah,
You think that's a
it's very
technique.
cool fashion.
Yeah, Sprocket thinks like, oh, that's like a normal technique like to do for your friend.
Yeah.
That's what friends do.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna try it on another
This is-
corpo.
I'm gonna say this is
This is what Vlad does for my clothes always. Is what friends do for friends.
She's dumbfounded by this, by the way.
Wax will say, "I'm sure we'll, I'll see you around. Don't be a stranger."
She can't like, she has a frog in her throat when you say that. Yes, I'll see you around, Wax. I have to be going. And thank you for making this place home. I'm home. I'm not home. I gotta go.
I have to go now.
And
Wax, could you
Ooh.
Wax, could you go one day without chatting someone up at the bar?
It's not a day if I don't do that. I don't know what that means.
How do you chat someone up? And also, what is chatting someone down? And can you go side to side?
Grammar, I'll let you
you need
handle
to
this.
you need to stretch first if you're gonna go side to side.
Thank you, X.
You're
You're
welcome.
always so nice to me.
Sprocket, do not do that with anyone. Just
I don't think I'm ready to have the birds and the bees conversation with her right now, to be honest.
How babies is made.
Vlad showed me.
You go into circus tent, and then Vlad did show
Wax
me.
is not interested in making babies, I assure you.
Ah, it's shame. Zeta
They would
just
be very
had
pretty
litter.
babies.
Oh, the Earth, Night City and Heaven would be blessed by my children, but like,
Ugh.
I don't want to do that. That's too much responsibility.
I have no doubt that there are just 1,000 Wax babies throughout Night City right now. They are. Give it 10,
Be
20
careful.
years, they'll all pop up.
Oh God,
If anyone wants to run a game as wax babies,
Yeah,
contraceptive,
but they're
sure,
only
right?
99% healthy.
And as you
Damn
guys
dark
are
future.
pondering about Wax's bloodline and him leaving a legacy, the
The
screen
birds, the bees.
exactly, the screen in the bar that has been showing the latest WNS news abruptly changes, and Dreamland comes on and says, "Can I get Grandma, Sprocket, Spitfire, and Wax at floor 61? Thank you. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day." And it goes back to
Here's-
the news.
Wax will head out.
Thank
and
you
just start
very much.
heading there. It doesn't say a word to the other three. He just goes.
Well,
Oh,
duty calls, I guess.
Come, Vlad. We must go. Wait up, Wax. You never tell us when you're going. Jeez, so rude.
So, just common knowledge, you guys know that floor 61 is previously inhabited. It's one of the abandoned floors or under construction floors in heaven. So these are like the floors that you guys just haven't gotten to yet to try to use the space for something. And it is awfully strange that Dreamland wants to meet you there. But nevertheless,
So as
Dreamland
soon as,
wants
like
to.
we're into like the lifts and it's just the four of us.
Mhm.
Can I bring out my agent and contact Dreamland and ask what this might be about?
Yeah, absolutely. Grandma, how can I help you?
Yeah, I was just wondering what the public summons was all about. We're going to an unused floor near the top.
Yes, I'm sorry for that. I'm still trying to work on how I deal with you all. I'm just wanted to get you guys along and wanted to use as much discretion as possible. That's why I have this cheery voice. Hold on, let me turn this program off. Yes, I need you to come to floor 61 because we do have something of importance that I think only you will be able to take care of. You, Spitfire, Wax, and Sprocket. See you on floor 61.
Well, my suspicions aren't any less aroused, but I guess we'll find out when we get there.
All will be revealed.
Come too, or is too super secret for his little ears?
Is this can we hear this conversation, or is this just for?
Yeah,
is it on-
so if I brought it up on my agent, I have it on speaker. Like I'm
Right.
not having a secret
Cool.
conversation with,
Right,
with
awesome.
Dreamland.
Grandma's a bit older. She needs to like bring her agent.
Yeah.
She just like has it playing out loud because she can't like fucking read
And
it.
Hold it at arm's length while I was reading glasses.
Yeah, for you
Wait, that's
for you guys, definitely Dreamland is acting
Zoom in.
oddly. I mean, Dreamland is acting definitely a little bit out of the ordinary. It's kind of strange to have like these personalities and things that
Yeah,
it's
they don't usually
experiment.
do this kind of direct address stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They don't do stuff like this usually. So this is very strange to you guys. But nevertheless, would you go on to floor 61?
Yeah, curiosity's
So
definitely
I think
better
we're all
me.
together.
Yeah, we're all together.
Sprocket trusts in her friends and trusts that they can kind of like handle whatever, life throws at them. She might say to like Vlad to stay in the pouch just in case he's not safe, and do not make peep. I hear you. I can hear you in there. Shush, mister.
Hey, Grammar, you've been here longer than any of us. You're making the call. This seemed weird to you? This hasn't happened before?
Yeah, I mean, Dreamland runs on an AI, but it's always chosen to be impersonal in the past because that's like a better way of kind of staying in the background and just having an organizational role. Switching personalities, addressing us individually rather than just sending us a message. It's a little unusual, but I mean,
Maybe the
AI is not
corporals-
exactly my specialty.
Maybe the corporals have influenced somehow, just like the influx of them. Maybe it's trying to be more personable.
Personable?
Great!
Maybe it could be a nice thing. I don't know. Maybe robots are, wanting to be friends too.
Yeah.
She doesn't know enough about AIs and tech to
It's-
know if
it's
that's
always-
even a possibility.
From personal experience, you kind of don't want your AI to be too much like anyone you would actually ever know. Worse still if it tries to be like someone you would know. But hey, that's just my opinion, man. So let's go check
Didn't
this.
Wax make his
Yeah, I
AI
think
dad into agent? That seems pretty personable to me. She's whispering like she's trying to whisper, but we're also in an elevator, so
Yeah,
like
and
Wax can
agent-
hear.
Spitfire, your agent's AI is pretty limited. It's more of an incremental learning program than it is a full AI personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense to you, Sprocket?
I mean, my agent was
What do I have to?
my agent was my
What do
goddamn
I have to roll for
so-
that?
That would be electronics to understand.
Yep. Electronics tech.
I think this is all happening as we're going up the elevator as well. So we're,
Yep,
we're-
exactly.
Yeah.
Dreamland's always
Ugh.
been egalitarian the way it organizes jobs and suggests the division of resources. So it's done good by us so
and
far.
always. You know?
Well, there were it's
Basic
always
tech
teething
or
problems.
just?
No, electronics. It's an advanced tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that, so I'm just gonna roll a d10.
Okay, and then just add your tech.
Ability.
10.
Ooh, roll another 10.
I think that was 10 in total.
Oh, is it 10
no,
total?
10 total.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
She.
No idea.
Maybe will come to me later.
Yeah.
I'll send you a data.
AIs will learn.
Thank you.
They'll grow. Let's see what this one's learned and grown.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, are you guys ready now to reach the 61st floor?
Yep.
All right. You reach the 61st floor, and out of the lifts or the elevators, the hallway goes down, and you're seeing a blue glow coming around the corner of the hallway, and it's just like a pulsing blue glow from around the corner.
I am going to draw my pistol.
Very well.
Yeah.
Call it a hunch. I've been around a while. I don't like this.
Yeah. Wax
Wondering
will
whether I
draw his pistol. Just in case.
Yeah, I don't think Sprocket would have her either her sledgehammer or
Shotgun.
shotgun, but I think she might have her her heavy SMG.
Okay. I was going to say there's
His pocket
debris.
gun.
There is like debris and rebar around you from like parts of the building that have crumbled. So if you want to make like some kind of some weapon out of
Melee?
something, yeah, like a 3d6 weapon from rebar, I would say is cool.
I would say it's probably fair that that Spitfire wouldn't have his crossbow on him, but he does have his heavy pistol. So he'll take Grammar's lead on this one. If Grammar's got a hunch that something's gone bad, he's the last person that's going to be trustworthy as well. So yeah, he'll kind of pull his heavy pistol from his camo jacket and just have it at the ready.
Yeah, I like the fact that just because it's the dark feature, we all have at least like a small weapon with us.
Oh yeah.
Even when you're home.
Yeah, that's right. It's just, it's
Yeah.
like she walks
not
out
much-
with her badge. We walk out with a gun on the holster, right?
Yeah.
SMG is like pocket gun. It goes with everything. But I might also like take a strip off of rebar, like just kind of separate it and just have like something melee-ish just in case.
Got it.
You know, if anything else, she can always like ditch it.
John, just curious, what time of day is it? Is it day or night?
It's nighttime. It's definitely nighttime. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 7 in the evening.
Cool.
As we advance towards the glow, can I make some sort of perception check or
Yeah, you want to do
I
a...
believe my grandson is the most perceptive of us.
Yeah, do you want to... Are you listening for footsteps? Are you listening for breathing patterns or something like that?
Yeah, we're definitely like, is there an ambush? Is
Sure.
my main-
Roll me
Just feels-
your perceptions.
17.
17. Okay, anybody else want to roll?
Yeah, I'll jump in as well.
Okay.
Same. Yeah, no, actually I won't. Never mind.
Okay.
I don't think I have rolled under a 20 today.
As always.
Well, just wait till combat comes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. You're using
I'm
all your
not-
good rolls now.
So,
No, you never are.
Spitfire and Grandma, as far as you know, you can't even hear any sign of a human being or living organism around that corner. You just hear the hum, this machinery-style hum around the corner.
I think, Spitfire almost, he won't say anything, but, he knows that even sometimes no noise is not super great. But it's this one of those instances where this is not a flaw that gets used. Everything about this is weird. So they just have to expect weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we're letting a lot more people in these days. It
Mhm.
used to be like you would know everyone in heaven, but now there's a lot more like unfamiliar faces around. So
Yep.
I guess we're going in like.
Yeah, I think
By the way,
so.
I have Grandma is a very heavy pistol, so she has she from under her nomad jacket. She
Oh, I
pulls
love
like
that.
a hand cannon.
I
It's
love
like
it. Long
massive.
barrel.
Yes.
All right. So
They'll go around
Tell-
the corner.
let me know when you turn the corner.
Now,
Roll initiative. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Headshot.
You turn the corner and you enter an empty room with blue hex panels in the floor, ceiling, and walls. The panels come to
Someone's
life.
been gaming in here.
The panels come to life as they illuminate the room in a blue glow, and a blue-tinted female figure appears in the middle of the room. It's a holographic projection that is a near-perfect copy of a human being. The projection looks like a short-haired woman dressed in a form-fitting blue spandex one-piece. A modulated voice proclaims, "Hey, dreamers. It's me, Dreamland. I'm sorry. I'm trying something new here. I didn't mean to startle you. Thank you for joining me."
no problem. Who built this?
I've been working on this myself.
How?
You don't have hands.
Well, we've got
I'm sure a bunch of dreamers probably just chipped in and didn't really, they were just being coordinated, right?
Well, you are guessing correctly, Wax. We have had a new influx of corporates, and besides the fact I'd like to hear your opinions on that. But they did help and chipped in for this, and that's why I am able to speak to you in this way.
Cool.
I'm sorry, just to be clear, this whole thing right here is corporate funded?
I believe technically it would be, but they are no longer corporates according to my calculations.
Cool.
Do you like being like this, Dreamland? I know that maybe technology can't like things, but I don't know. What do you think about being a being now? Is it nice?
We are stress testing this AI right now.
I am not programmed to feel emotions such as liking or hating things. I am only programmed to make sure that the inhabitants of heaven are properly taken care of. And that is exactly what I've done with this HoloLab. It is in its beta form.
So
I like
what
it.
is good about it exactly? What helps protect heaven?
She walks towards you and says, "Well, now we can connect." And the AI holographic projection puts its hand up like this in front of you, hoping that you'd connect.
Hi.
Hands. Your hand goes straight through the projection.
Mm,
I am limited in my
Is not-
capacity.
Oh yes, I forgot you are a computer.
Look, this is all great, This is wonderful and it's really aesthetically pleasing. But you talk about your purpose here. What are we doing here exactly?
Well, I'm glad that you asked me that. The problem is, with our new influx of corporates, according to my manifest, 2 are missing, and they haven't shown in quite some time.
Who would that?
How recent arrivals were they?
They were one of the first to come in, one of the first wave of corporates that were joining us. And as dreamers themselves, their safety is our priority.
So who
Right.
are these missing people?
What he said.
First, Garvey Hammond, missing corpo. Contact listed, William Hammond, brother. Currently in the ramen shop on this floor, and then you can see it pop up a mainframe, a wireframe blueprint of heaven, and there's like a right in the middle of the room. It's like holographically projected in front of you, and it beeps and it shows you like a little spot where that ramen shop would be in heaven. Second missing corporate, Sierra Park. Contacts listed are Jenny Gower, friend, works at Purcell Farms, and Emmanuel Park, his husband, at home.
Sean, are you writing all of this down?
I am.
Fantastic.
I'm sure. Great. I'm guessing our agents will store this data for us.
Let me put it in chat so you can copy paste if you want to.
Thank you so
I
much.
just have atrocious memory. Oh, great. I misspelled Garvey.
Yeah, I was like, is it Harvey or Garvey? Because it's going to be real embarrassing to mess that
So,
up.
Dreamland, you say they're missing. What differentiates them just going out on some sort of adventure or thing as opposed to them actually being missing? How do you know this is something to be pursued?
We have assigned them work, and according to their contacts and family members, they have not returned to their domiciles in quite some time. It leads us to worry.
This
Or the
worrying.
approximation of worrying, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
if
yeah.
they-
As
they
I
have
said, I
friends
am
or
limited in
family
my
already.
capacity.
Yeah, no,
So-
I understand the effort you're making to connect with us on that emotional level, though. It's pretty smart.
Yes.
Dreamland,
But
did these people have anything in common? Other than being corpos? Or ex-corpos, I suppose I should say.
On screen pops up a RC logo that says Raven Cybernetics. They both worked for Raven Cybernetics.
Do we know anything about Raven's Cybernetics? Can I do a roll for that?
Yeah, and I'm going to give you a +2 Spitfire because you specifically would know more about them.
And that would be a
It's Streetwise or general education.
yeah. So Spitfire, he kind of cranes his neck as he studies the logo and just kind of searches his brain for what he knows about that particular corp.
So at a +2, that'll give you a 17. So that's actually the same corporation that you went to that office building when you were in the combat zone. That's that corporation in one of the new combat zones, is what I should say. So this is a company that has completely died out. It's no longer in Night City. And if these corporates are living in heaven, it's because they have nothing to go back to. And they're all in when they're in heaven now.
Oh,
Right.
okay. So this is Raven Corp, and hey, you know that job I did last week where I took that turret, and now we have a fancy new turret. Yeah, that logo was all over that office building. We actually had a few dead people. Well, booster gangs were dead, but the point is that particular corp no longer exists.
Yeah, they're a
Raven
former
were. Am I
cybernetic
remembering
corp.
rightly? They were. Sorry.
You're right, they're a cybernetic corp. I think we were going to say the same thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Night City based though as well, so they wouldn't
Yeah.
even have branches elsewhere.
Yeah.
You said it's also dead company, so why would anyone be coming back?
Maybe
Unless
someone,
it's zombie.
maybe someone who, wants what they know. That can happen. Do we happen
what
to
if
know
they-
what they did when they were working at Raven?
Our records do not show any of that. They usually came with anonymity and searching, and Dreamland is like going through database. You're looking at Dreamland going through files and databases. We currently do not have any more information about Raven Cybernetics or its ex-employees.
That's cool. It's
Makes
dead.
sense.
Makes sense.
Well, we'll have
And
to start with their loved ones, I guess.
yeah, let's hit up their contact.
forgive me, how long ago was it that they were reported missing again?
One moment, please. Garvey Hammond, missing a week and a half ago. Sierra Park, missing 5 days ago.
Right.
Right.
And those are the only two. There's no one else is there anyone else out on assignment or anyone not in heaven that we can cross-reference as being from Raven Corp? I'm just trying to figure out if there's a third potential person that's going to go missing soon.
According to our observations, they are the only two that are missing.
And there's stacks of Raven Corps because they're all fleeing from the company because it doesn't exist anymore. Like they're trying to find, safety.
Jobs,
They're
a
trying
home.
they're trying to find heaven, man. So
Well,
I'm sure that there's
Dreamland.
stacks of them.
Dreamland, if there are other people from Raven Corp that has made their home here, can you maybe just keep a bit more attention to them? If any of them go out, we want to make sure this sort of thing doesn't happen again. I'd rather focus on 2 people rather than a blancmange of more. You know what I mean?
Certainly, we will create a subroutine to observe Raven Cybernetics ex-employees more closely.
All right. Well, let's
Who
let's
is
find
we?
these 2.
We, as in
Is that
Dreamland.
also you, Dreamland?
Yes, I am many.
It's very confusing.
It's a whole thing. Again, I'll send you a data packet.
Thank you.
Hey,
We should go talk to their families.
We,
Quick. The longer we wait, the longer they are missing.
we have 2 missing people, and there's 4 of us. We want to, just do 2 groups of 2 and maybe get as much information as we can from these people. It saves time. I
Possibly.
mean, I'm thinking Grammar and I can maybe hit up Garvey Hammond over here, and the 2 of you can go hit up Sierra Park, see what we can find out.
Yeah, I do need
Sure.
that ramen is really good. So
Well, there's 3 the contacts we've got. There's 3 contacts. We got Jenny, we got Emmanuel, and we got William.
That's true.
So I think if one person, it's probably better if we all do it together. It will allow us to cross-reference things as we discover information, or maybe there's some inconsistencies in what's been happening recently. It'll allow us to detect anomalies or patterns rather than having to collate all of that when we all come together.
Using our agents.
Yeah, but there's
Well,
nothing
that's,
If we
like
that's
wanted
it.
to
I mean, if we use our agents, we can do that together, and this way we save time instead of all having to go from 1 to 1 to 1. I just feel like we got the manpower and the people power. We may as well,
And red power.
That's true.
If you would
Well,
like,
like I said-
I could be able to contact them in the same way that I contact you,
what,
bring them
Bring
here.
them all here.
or wherever you'd like.
Yeah, that's
I
probably.
mean,
I mean,
if
that's
you can
probably
get them all to
best.
come to that ramen shop, we can all find a little table there and have a bit of a chat ski.
I am kind of hungry.
Very well. Who would you like me to contact?
If you can contact Jenny
Oh?
and Emmanuel and get them to come meet us along with William at the ramen shop. William still there, I'm assuming?
Searching. Yes. William is in the premises. He is currently eating at the ramen shop. Searching.
All right.
Jenny Gower, working at Purcell Farms. Searching. Emmanuel Park, on scavenger duty, about to leave.
Well,
could you ask
should get him
Emmanuel to
quick.
stick around a bit longer? To let him know that someone's on the case of his husband, and hopefully that'll put a
no,
priority on it.
Let's just bring him back. Let's not talk about why. Let's just bring him in.
Sure, yeah.
Out of character,
Could you do
I
that
think
for
he
us?
would know what it's about. I mean, his husband is
Yeah.
missing.
I trust that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. We're asking that the others, everyone knows to come to the ramen shop, and that
Yeah.
we're going to have a big meeting there.
Very
I think
well.
this is actually the best solution because it's very it's the most open, cooperative way of doing it, right?
It's the most dreamer way of doing things. For
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
Messages have
So
been
we
sent.
can have meal.
Yes, and the ramen is really, really top notch.
Arm wrestling has made me very hungry.
It always
I'm
does.
feeling a bit faint.
Hey,
All right, we'll meet them there at the ramen shop. Let's go.
Okay. And
you feeling okay there, Spitfire? I know you have a bit of a thing for holograms.
Hey, I'm the only one of us that's taken, but oh, you mean as an antagonistic thing? Sorry, I thought you were talking about.
No,
I've just
I
made it
remember
I've
you
made it
going
awkward.
gaga out of any holo projectors when you were younger.
Look, Grammar,
You
I
must
thought you
tell
might
me
have
many
a techno
stories.
hard on.
Grammar, can we maybe not do this in front of others?
Sorry.
Grandma, will you please tell me many stories about young Spitfire?
Oh, I've got a few dozen. Yeah, don't worry about
Oh, look at that! We have to go to the ramen shop. Let's
I'll
go.
tell it.
We all pile into the elevator and start making our way
Sure,
Making
you
our way
do
there?
that. You make your way to the ramen shop, and it is actually near the forge area. And that's why you can hear hammering and scavenging as people are going through tech. And the ramen shop is a perfect spot for the scavengers and techs that are working on some of the old technology to come and get a load off, get some good food before they go back to work and help the inhabitants of heaven. And sitting with a full belly and confused is William Hammond, as Sierra Park's contacts have not arrived yet.
Cool, we beat them there. William? Is it?
William?
Yeah. Am I supposed to talk to you? I got some kind of message from Dreamland.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
looking at talking about
Your
Garvey.
brother.
Yeah, that's what I thought it'd be about. Sure, what do you want to ask me?
Can we, sit down, eat and talk? We're kind of a bit famished,
Yeah, please do.
Think if the booth is big enough, we'll all kind of slide around.
I like the thing
Yeah.
it's just like scattered tables again. We can just pull a few tables
Yeah.
together.
It's definitely a hodgepodge.
Tables together.
Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason
They're
to the
like-
tables or chairs. They're just all like kind of out there. And these are like blue collar people that are working here. So the ramen shop, they just they pick up buckets and flip them and sit on them and eat and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, Milk Crate City.
Yeah.
Look,
Is it William or Will?
They call me Billy.
Oh, okay, Billy. We're waiting for a couple other people. There's another person like your brother's gone missing, and Dreamland thinks that we could help find them for you, or for them, I guess.
Yeah, I hope Dreamland's right. I mean, I've been here since the beginning, and my brother was working for one of the, Raven, some bullshit. And when they went down, he called me looking for a place to stay, and, Dreamland said that they would take them in, and haven't seen them in a while now.
Did your brother talk about why Raven closed down? What was the reason that? Because this thing no longer exists apparently, and I have no idea why.
Yeah, just another victim of the Fourth Corporate War.
Well, it's been
Happens
a
to the best
couple
of
of
them.
decades for everybody.
Did you know what he worked on or what he did when he was there?
To be honest with you, I haven't got a clue. Shipping, import, something like that. We worked with boxes.
Sure. Yeah, cool.
Do you know
Cool,
what he's
cool,
been
cool.
up to since he came to heaven?
Yeah, he said he was going to try to find a job here, but I don't know how that panned out. We honestly haven't been talking recently, and we kind of
Okay.
left it on that
Can you-
note.
Any
Can you
reason you
tell
guys
me-
weren't talking?
Yeah, it's stupid. It's just these corporates, they just can't let go of their old ways sometimes, and maybe it's just growing pains, and we just butt heads. He's my brother. We've always butt heads.
Did he have any friends or any old mates that or corpo friends that he'd catch up with?
Believe it or not, it was really cutthroat working at Raven. They didn't make any friends working there. Everybody was out for each other's job.
Sure. Yeah, I get that.
Can you tell me what kind of man was Garvey in disposition, in
Don't say was,
inclination?
Sprocket. Don't say was.
Oh,
He's very confused, by the way, that a 16-year-old girl is investigating what's going on, and there's an old lady and then two really good-looking young guys.
yeah.
And
Yes, so can you tell me what is nature of Garvey, but also, would you like some more ramen? I'm going to order.
I'm full, thanks. I just ate. And as you guys are, before you could answer, you see what seems to be Jenny Gower and Emmanuel Park. Emmanuel has a big pack and weapons and stuff on him. He was ready to go, and he was interrupted. And he's the first to say, "Are we supposed to meet with you guys here?"
This is the table. Grab a seat.
Yes, and do you want some ramen? I'm just about to order.
No, I gotta go. So
Okay,
what is
well-
it?
It's about Sierra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's gone. That's why I wanted to go. I want to get my mind off of this fucking bullshit. And he kind of gets emotional.
Emmanuel, it's cool, man. We're trying to find out what's happened, and we're trying to build like a picture so we can figure out what happened and hopefully reunite you two.
Here's the way to break it down, since everyone's already here. And he points to William. Your brother, Garvey, and he looks over at Jenny and Emmanuel, and your loved one, Sierra, both worked for Raven. Both are now missing, both within the last week and a half. So we have been tasked with trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. So really, anything you can tell us about these people, what they were doing, did they have any connection with each other that you know? You said Raven was a bit of a cutthroat industry, but you know...
Say anything weird before they went out and didn't come back?
And Garvey looks, William, he looks and he says, like I said, I didn't know much about him. If he had enemies, I don't know. We weren't on talking terms. And then Jenny Gower, the friend of Sierra Park, chimes in and she says, well, I'll tell you something about Sierra. He was a good man. He was a very good man and had no enemies. I'm telling you, he had no enemies. So
You sure about that?
Human perception, is that true?
Roll
He
it.
thinks the lady doth protest too much.
I mean, we're lovely
Unlike
people.
my
and we
grandson,
have...
I know what they...
Yeah. Like, we're lovely, and we have shit tons of enemies.
So,
Yeah,
Grandma, you can tell she's kind of a young lady, on the younger side, and you're really reading naivety coming from her.
Right, so it's like she's like, oh, he shouldn't have enemies.
Yeah, exactly.
Not knowing. Well, working coming from a corporate world, I'm sure, as lovely as he was, he would have stepped on a few toes here and there, made someone jealous, made a rival. It's just the nature of things when you move in those circles.
We've had to do a lot of good stuff that will help everyone in heaven and bring lots of happiness and joy. But in process, obviously, some people are on different sides and wanted to shoot us. So good people can have, step on people's footsies.
Is there anyone that you know he was in contact with at all, friend or enemy?
And Emmanuel puts his hand on the table, his cyber hand on the table, and he says, if I knew, I would be doing something about it, not getting my mind off of it. And let me get a cyber tech roll from anybody that wants to take a look at this cyber arm.
Oh, of course. If he's throwing that metal arm on the table, that's going to be the first thing that Spitfire looks at. That was a cyber tech roll?
It's attached to him, he's not throwing it.
Just chucks it in my face, hits me in the cheek.
Now that's one way to use a cyber arm I've never thought of.
You have more up-to-date knowledge than I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wax
Back in my day, cyber arms.
Wax and Spitfire, you guys can tell there's something special about this cyber arm. He's definitely doing a good job of hiding it. His coat jacket is really long and covering like over half of his palm, but when he put his hand on the table, it revealed more of the cyberware. And this is a high luxury cyberware. It's more luxury than it is utilitarian.
Hey, Emmanuel, where'd you get that cyber arm?
He immediately tucks it, pushes it back into its sleeve, and he says, Sierra bought it for us. We got matching cyberware. It was our anniversary gift.
Where did she buy it from?
She bought it from a night market. We both got it together.
Gear isn't easy to get hold of.
No, it's not.
Do you know which fixer set up the market?
He wouldn't tell me because I told him that we needed to take them back, and I insisted that we don't do this, but he insisted that he wanted to use part of his severance from Raven Cybernetics to buy us this cyberware.
Spitfire will look up at William and say, look, I know you said you weren't on talking terms with Garvey, but you see any new flashy work on him the last time you saw him?
He ponders about it and he says, You know, before he joined Raven, he did have a bad bum knee. I didn't see him limping. I don't know if he had some kind of luxury cyberware or anything special, but he definitely did something about his limp.
Yeah, right. He definitely got that fixed. All right. So,
Do you-
like,
Carry.
Go ahead.
Do you think it would be okay if we checked out his living space?
Yeah, have at it.
Thanks.
Before
Thank you.
we check out the living space, Emmanuel, can I have a look at that arm, please?
Yeah,
Why
it'd
don't
be
you give me a
great to see if we
persuasion?
can
Persuasion.
Ooh.
It would be great to see if we can kind of.
Hopefully you beat a 26.
I got a 22.
Ooh,
Oh,
So
that
good!
was you. Oh, that was you. I thought that was Spitfire. Damn it.
He pulls his hand back and he says, "I've wasted enough time here. If you find any information on my husband, contact me. But for now, I've got to
but
leave."
but the information could be in your arm, Emmanuel.
You don't
We need to know
show me that
all
arm.
that we can.
You're going to be wasting more time.
He looks
It's
at
all
you.
we have to go on.
He looks at you and says, "I don't believe you. I don't believe that you can do anything. I don't believe Dreamland can do anything. And I'm beginning to think that this place is a scam. It's a sham."
The big siege on Biotechnica, that was us. Spitfire James, he was hacking and cracking into who knows what. If anyone can see data from your arm, it's him. You gotta believe him.
Look, I don't. Let him go. I don't think. I think you're gonna burn some bridges if you keep pushing him.
We'll burn bridges if we don't find Garfy and Sierra.
Emmanuel, have a safe trip. Look after yourself.
He says nothing, turns around, takes a few steps, turns back around, looks at your group, shakes his head, and moves on.
Sprocket, have you ever heard the phrase "discretion is the better part of valor"?
Well,
What is discretion and also what is valor?
Oh God. Sometimes you just need to go gently with people, okay?
Yep. And
Jenny.
sometimes you need to go fucking hard.
Jenny, can you please show
You're
us?
telling me two different things. I don't understand.
Jenny, can you please
You
show
say go
us
soft, you say go hard.
Sierra's place? Do you know where? they
Yes.
live?
Yeah, I'll take you to there.
Thanks.
Spitfire's in a foul mood. This is exactly what he hates, is that people get in the way. He didn't need the person to do the talking, he just needed the arm to do the talking.
Mhm.
So he felt like the others really blocked him there, and he's like, this could go so much easier. You don't know shit.
It's definitely, you guys get a vibe off of Emmanuel that he doesn't think that you guys are going to be able to find his husband, and he's questioning everything about heaven and the dreamers and whether this was just like some kind of stupid dream that, you know, no pun intended, that never could ever come true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's angry. Like,
Emotional.
that makes you sometimes not pleasant to be around, but it's, you know, his loved one is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's check out this place.
Yeah.
All right,
Wait,
you guys.
did no one
Homes
want
of our
ramen?
missing people.
I'm
Ramen
so
can wait.
hungry.
People missing. Let's
I
go.
feel like as we're walking away from the table is when the food gets served, and we just have to like pull Sprocket away.
Just shoveling down the noodles. Anybody that wanted
Yes,
ramen,
can I-
deduct 5 eddies from your total pocket money.
I did one.
Well, there.
Yeah, Spitfire was
She
gonna.
can she get it in a to go
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
cup? So she's just, as they're walking, she's like, and I think it's really important that we get to the bottom of this.
Vlad is trying to
These
get a
noodles
bite.
Really good.
Vlad is trying to get a bite from his shoulder as well. Like he's nipping, he's eating some of the noodles.
Hell yeah!
Yep.
We can have a little Lady in the Tramp, like end of the noodle, like little red kisses. Make sure you wash your mouth after that, Vlad. Who
Look,
knows where
Jenny,
you bit?
Jenny, I don't want to pry too much, but was everything okay between Emmanuel and Sierra? Then no problems or anything?
She says, well, between us, I think they were gonna get a divorce.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, right. Why do you think that?
They've just been fighting a lot lately, and Sierra's been telling me that, and they've been not what it used to be, and I think they believed when they came here that things would change, but they had some deep emotional hurdles to get across that I don't think that they were able to.
Did so they fought about each other. There wasn't anything extra, not money or
No enemies, I'm telling you. Sierra's a good man.
Oh no!
Who would hate him? I don't understand that.
Jenny, with all due respect, I would tell you this. As much as you think you know someone, there's always one layer lower.
We
Some
also have to
People
entertain
just want to. Oh, sorry. You'll go.
we have to entertain the possibility that Night City's just dangerous. And if they left the tower, you could catch a stray bullet anytime.
Sometimes
we
people
need to
just
find
want
out-
to do bad things.
Yeah, we just need to find out where they went when they left Heaven last, and that'll be where we can hopefully pick up their trail.
All
Let's
right.
go check out that.
You guys get over to the domicile of... sorry, who did you want to visit? Emmanuel?
Who gave? Yeah, they.
Emmanuel Sierra's house.
Yep.
Yeah, he gave it.
Yeah,
permission.
well, we've got Jenny with us. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Do we still have William?
Is William coming along?
No,
Did he-
William.
Did he have to go?
William is hoping he's dismissed because he's also. I mean, he's not in the mood for any
Yeah.
investigation
Yeah.
or anything
But
like
he gave
that.
us
either.
permission to go look in his brother's house. so
That's right. So
yeah.
you guys were going to William's house because Emmanuel, I don't think, gave you permission to go check out his
Okay,
house.
William that gave
Yeah,
us.
that's why I was wondering if Jenny would let us.
Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
she has.
Good
she's,
thinking.
She's a friend. She doesn't have the keys. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
You
We're gonna
can
break
you
it.
can implore Dreamland
Oh, yeah.
to give you
We're
forced
absolutely
entry.
gonna break it.
Yeah.
Okay,
You could
yeah.
do that.
It's like
we
a
we
well.
want to go in.
It's like a welfare check.
Mm-hmm.
That we've been tasked by Dreamland to investigate their disappearance. So I think we are perfectly.
Heaven's a totalitarian society, and we're the enforcers. We bust down doors and investigate when people go missing. Your space is not your own; it's ours, and we
Yeah,
can just come
but it's
into your
also
house
like-
whenever we want to.
You're
Okay.
interrupting my vision.
People don't do that, but it's more like we're not
We
going
are
to
about
bust in
to,
on
Ellen.
someone's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spitfire is
We are
absolute-
exactly
whether
about to do
Emmanuel,
that.
whether Emmanuel wants to or not, Spitfire is going in that goddamn house.
Yeah, we're breaking in.
Yeah.
We're going in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would
but
you
we're
guys
doing it to check on.
Would you guys like
To
to do it
investigate.
through proper channels, like telling Dreamland and then getting some kind of permission through Dreamland, or are you guys going like B&E and actually going
I
to
would-
break in?
No,
I
we'll
would
get.
say. Oh, okay. I was going to say that Spitfire is going to beeline straight for the place. At this point, he's just going to go for a.
We can
Straight
do that.
up
We can do
on
that
our
with
agent,
agents.
so-
We can contact Dreamland through
That's what I'm
agents, and
Yeah.
we'll contact through Dreamland through agents and say we want this store opened.
So
let us
Dreamland would respond and say that they would have to give you the lawkeeper status to give you jurisdiction to be able to do that. So that's what Dreamland does. Dreamland assigns you all to lawkeeper status. So you are now currently law people. I believe that's what it's
Right.
called, lawkeeper, right?
Lawkeepers, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
deputized.
and Skip says, if you guys remember, she is a Mexican-American fixer who is in charge of the lawkeepers, or
Yeah, she's currently kind of running the logistics of it, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
she chimes in saying
And I
that
also
she'll
have-
meet you there. She has keys and she'll get you in the apartment if she needs to.
Right.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She also has to schedule, right? Because Lawkeepers in Heaven, it happens on kind
Rotation,
of like a
yeah.
roster. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is
So-
definitely out of the ordinary, but things are out of the ordinary lately. And
Yeah, I was gonna-
Dreamland
unless
is.
you-
Go ahead.
Unless you can twist the AI's arm into giving you that power over every other citizen in this space.
Mhm.
Like, we've just taken authority. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So Dreamland definitely agrees. It's whatever AI brain it is agrees that you guys should have that role right now to try to figure out what's going on with this investigation.
Sorry,
Alright.
I'm just
I mean,
having
we're not
fun.
going to turn the place over. We're just looking for clues.
I'm just
Sure.
having fun
Yeah.
destroying Phil's mind.
Yeah,
with,
thank you.
yeah, you're
Stop
welcome. You're
being
welcome.
mean, Chris.
My anarchist
It is-
utopia.
Can't help it.
We are just doing a welfare check. It's
Exactly.
like that simple, but at least
Welfare
there's,
check.
I think it would have
why
been a
you
big
gonna steal
problem.
shit?
Out of character, I think it would have been a huge problem if you guys just broke into their
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to have some kind of record to be like, hey, we're investigating where this person went, so we went into their place. Otherwise, you're just
Bad.
like,
Ellen, next time I go into your room unannounced, I'll tell Sean so there's a record.
I
no,
don't like
because we
breaking
are not
into
in
it.
heaven, are we?
No,
if
we're
I was
absolutely
missing
not.
for 5 days, then you could do that.
Okay, there
That's
you go.
fine. I'm giving
Hey,
you authority
I've got that
now.
on record. I'm joking. I would never go into
Yeah.
your room
All right,
unannounced.
let's raucously break into a house. Let's do it. Smash shit. Go all over the spot.
So you guys,
so we-
Yes,
so we
it's
wait.
Terrible.
We wait with who's the friend who is
Jenny.
with us? Jenny.
Jenny.
yeah. So Jenny is there. She's going to be there. She's probably just going to look over and make sure you guys don't do anything unsavory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
sure.
shortly after Skip, you see her walking towards you guys, and her usual like happy disposition is completely gone. Let me get a human perception from you guys.
Okie dokie.
Oh, fantastic art for Skip.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you like it.
That's awesome.
No, it's
All
great.
my NPCs are coming to life.
I know.
So
My human
exciting.
perception.
I'm
is
glad
so
you guys
goddamn
like it.
awful.
Yeah.
22.
Thankfully, my
dope.
grammar is here. I don't understand people.
All right,
14.
Grandma
It's always been a weird thing about you, hey, Spitfire.
I
Wax.
don't need
Jimmy.
to know people.
All right, Wax and Grandma, you don't need a PhD in psychology to see that Skip is flustered, frustrated, and just altogether exhausted. I mean, she just lets off this, hey, how's it going, guys? She's like going through a bunch of key cards as she gets to the door.
We're just looking into these
It's-
disappearances. What's up?
Yeah, this on top of all the bullshit. I mean, so many of them came, and it's all on my head and my shoulders. And just sorry, just give me a second. I'm looking number 358.
Hey,
Here we
if
go.
you need support, you should ask Streamline. We get some more people assigned to you.
Have the corpos been causing more problems than anyone else?
It's just sorry.
Is that
She
is
takes
that
a second. She takes a second. You know, Dreamland has been acting a little weird, right?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't had time to try to figure. Go ahead.
Well, now she's like a person, which is completely new.
I don't know what
Now
Dreamland has
is a
decided.
thing.
I don't know what Dreamland has decided to do with its brain. I honestly don't know, and I'm so swamped with logistics. I've been observing these corporates and keeping an eye on them, and this got under my nose. I don't even know how this happened. Just, here it is.
It's
I
not
found
your
the key.
fault. You can't track every person in heaven. Look, we'll do what we can to find them. Let's go in.
She unlocks. You
Could-
hear a heavy bolt open.
Could there be the possibility of some people having a look at Dreamland's inner workings? We
Yeah,
have
that-
lots of many smart, net runners and such.
I'll have a look at it later when we've found 2 missing people.
Hmm.
Yes.
Can we
Thank you for
go in
all
the
your
door
work.
now? Can we just get this
Yeah.
over with?
Yeah, let's do it. We head in.
Okay.
Skip says, I'm gonna head out. I got other things to do. Let me know if you need anything." And she
Yeah,
leaves
will
the
do.
key card for the door,
Wax will take it.
Thank you, Skip.
and she just
We-
heads out.
All right.
We head in with Jenny and have a look around.
All right, you guys head into this apartment, and it's obvious that 2 different people live here because one side of the house is a complete mess, and the other side of the house is pristine, clean. The bed sheets are on a specific way, and oddly, there are 2 beds separate from each other, not connected, And I think you guys can tell who the clean one, who the dirty one is, just from their personal affects. The dirty section of the room was definitely Sierra Parks. And
So I think Spitfire will turn to Jenny and be like, "Do we have permission to search this house as we need to?"
I mean, she says, as long as you don't damage anything, I'm here. I'll make sure nothing like that happens.
Yeah, Jenny, you're not really in a position to give us permission, so we're gonna take it and
Okay.
start looking around, particularly around Sierra's nightstand and near the bed. For
May I
personal
please be using the bathroom, Jenny? Can you show me where it is?
Yeah, it's just down
I'm
this
saying
way.
this because Ellen needs to go to the bathroom real quick.
You
so
do that. You go to the
if
bathroom.
anything happens, Sprocket is in the loo.
Okay, let me get a conceal reveal from you guys as you're going through, rummaging through these items. And then, just to give you guys a visual, you're seeing 2 beds in the middle of the room, all the way at the end of it's like a studio flat kind of thing. It's a living room, dining room, everything is all in one room. There's a computer on the left-hand side on a desk. Next to it is a bookshelf with a bunch of books that are just like all over the place. Like they're not in any order. They're flipped like different ways. And then next to that is a bunch of like pile of clothing, and the bed sheets are all like disheveled and stuff like that.
Cool. So my room.
It's just a straight D10 because I do not have conceal reveal.
You should it should be a basic skill, but you did roll a 1.
Well, I don't see
It's
it.
not a base skill.
Is it not?
No.
Okay, that's
No,
fine.
Perception is a base skill, but it runs off your
Int.
yeah.
So yeah, you're not Spitfire, you're not really like finding anything. You're like lifting clothing and different items and stuff like that, and you're not finding anything important. Wax, what did you say you were particularly looking for?
The the nightstand.
Sure.
The desk. If there's a desk near a bed.
Yeah, there's a desk. There's a nightstand next to the bed, and there's also a desk with a computer on it, like a PC.
Oh, fantastic PC. Let's check that out.
Okay, go to the PC, and there is a password.
Let's break this bad boy.
You can definitely interface into this computer, but before we do that, let's go to Grandma. Grandma, you're looking through bed sheets and clothing and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm looking for maybe if there's any like chips or anything that might have like a little, a note or some data on it, or even a written note, anything like that. Just anything unusual, anything out of place.
Okay. What is unusual is you see that an agent is in the pile of clothing and stuff like that.
Oh, geez. Okay. Looks like the agent's still here.
And Wax, why don't I get a... so you want to get jacked in and do a Pathfinder?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Roll me a Pathfinder.
Where are we here? In Netrunner?
Yeah. We're going to do a little bit of net running as you're
sure.
hacking into this computer.
I can't
They got a mini net in here. Cool.
Hey.
In the net running section, I'm afraid.
Oh, yeah. It might not be there. Just roll me 1d10 plus 4. I believe that's your net, or whatever your net running is.
It would be 4, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Discord is getting in the way there.
No worries.
Oh, dear. Here we go.
Oh, dear.
Okay, an 8. So, as far as you can tell, this is a pretty simple architecture. It's not like an Arasaka database or anything like that. It's a guy's personal computer. So, with a backdoor, you'll be able to get to his files and anything else you need to on this computer.
Cool. All right. Roll for the back door.
Yep.
Oof. 6.
Denied. Incorrect password. Try again.
Yeah, let's just let's give this another shot, shall we?
Still within the first 3
Come
seconds.
on.
Oh no, you need jacket.
Yeah, that's right. And one more D10. Give it. I'll try again. Jeez Louise.
Incorrect
Hey.
password. Now, moving on to
Damn,
Grandma,
dude.
the agent is there and it's definitely locked.
Huh.
Do you point out that the agent's there? Because Spitfire can't see anything at the moment.
Yeah, I hold it up and say, hey, he left his agent here. It's still locked, though.
Do you mind if I have a bit of a squiz?
Yeah, sure.
Chuck it here.
This model has a bypass.
Yeah,
Right, chuck it over.
he can definitely fiddle with it.
Yeah. So she was going to look at it herself, but then obviously her techie grandson is like, let me. And she's like, oh yeah, of course. That's him.
Chomping at the bit.
He doesn't realize that he's like being almost like a dick in that way. Just like, oh, you found something? Yeah, give it here. It's like just that kind of abrasive. Just like, yeah, clearly.
I don't have electronics, so it's much better for you to have it.
Yeah, so why don't you
Yeah.
give me an electronic security check, Sean?
Absolutely. So as he takes it,
Oh, Wax is left in embarrassment.
Okay.
Sprocket's
And-
still in the bathroom.
Wax is going along trying to. He's interfaced with this PC, and it's just like coming up password incorrect. He's not on his
Yeah.
game for some reason, but Spitfire, you are able to crack this agent, and looking through the most.
he whips out his tech scanner that's inbuilt into his arm, and he interfaces it with the agent. Once Grammar passes, throws the agent over to him, kind of grabs it, hooks it straight up to his arm, and just gets to work.
Absolutely. So, looking through the agent, you're definitely looking at last contacts and stuff like that.
We want to
And
see who got in contact with them last and kind of whereabouts, etc., etc.
so the last contact is with somebody named Transcendentia. And the contact says your appointment for your class is at 5 p.m. on such and such date. And that is around the time that, Sierra Park had gone missing. Or had not reported home. Maybe like a few out, like 12 hours plus or minus. That's the exact appointment time.
And does it mention anything about where this appointment is, or is it just a time and it just says the appointment?
It just says Transcendentia as the contact, and it says your appointment for your class is at this time.
Huh. So, hey, Jenny, Jenny, when did you say that they went missing again?
It was about a week and a half ago. I think the last time I talked to him, and then she corroborates some time, and you have some kind of time period where the class, a few hours after the class, they were worried that something was wrong, and then a few hours after that, they never showed up, and that's when they realized like something might be going on.
Does the name Transcendentia mean anything to you, Jenny?
Transcendent? I believe that's a yoga studio in the Glen.
Can I look that up on
So-
CityNet?
Yep, you can definitely look it up on the CityNet.
It like looks up a grammar. It's like, yeah, look. Apparently, on the same day that they went missing, they went to this Transcendentia at 5 p.m. Kind of works out timeline wise.
Yeah, well, I guess we're definitely hitting that place up. How's the personal computer coming?
Wax,
Yeah.
you have been through Biotechnica databases, you fucked with NetWatch, and you can't get through this guy's goddamn computer.
Wax didn't eat as much as he wanted to when he was at the noodle
You
bar.
should have got them. You should have
He's a
got
little-
that ramen to go.
He's a little hungry. Or actually, more likely, he was just unexpected that he would have to try. He was
Yeah.
overly cocky. So let's give it a few more shots. Wax won't say anything in response, and we'll try and backdoor this thing a few more times. Let's see how we go, shall we?
Okay, backdoor.
Yeah.
All right,
In
with
the
a
meantime,
with a
can
10. Go ahead.
In the meantime, I think Sprocket is just like rifling through the bathroom, trying to figure out what soap what soap to use. But I don't know, maybe if there's any kind of information in there, like a pill cabinet, what kind of things they're taking.
Yeah, why don't you
If there's
give...
any-
there's some special soap that you see there, and the packaging is still within it. And it looks like this is antibacterial soap, and it says great for those that work out at the gym, antibacterial, fight... What is that shit called? The infection that you get from like yoga mats and stuff like that. I forgot the name. Sorry, but there's like a
Is there a
special
specific one that
that you get. They call it. God damn it! I forgot what
it's
it
not
is.
like athlete's foot.
It's like
yoga foot?
It's like something like that.
Nice.
It'll leave like a hole,
Nice.
a hole in people's muscles and stuff like that. I forgot exactly what it's called.
Oh.
Sean, do wrestlers get that?
Yeah,
It's
wrestlers.
It's not a staph infection.
Staph infection. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Battle
well,
staph
you can get that
infections.
from anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
not just
big brain.
yoga mats.
Big brain, big
Yeah.
medical brain. Phil, I'm disappointed in you. Where was your med tech?
Also,
sorry.
I think it's worth mentioning that Spitfire is doing all of this while quite drunk.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's like, give me the agent. I'll have a look at it. That's why he's
you should be doing this at a Midas, shouldn't you?
He's
So
drunk.
Wax, you're finding some files on the computer, and they're showing you you find some literature on Transcendentia, an address, and everything, and it's a lot of like cult-like information, like leave your personal belongings behind, tell no one, we're your new friends, stuff like that, and it's clear to you that there's something fishy going on with this Transcendentia place.
Out of curiosity, this Transcendentia sort of place, in the material that I'm looking at, does it have any mention of cybernetics? Like, does it have a particular, when it's saying like leave your body and leave your earthly possessions, does it have a tone that suggests that cybernetics are a positive or negative part of that?
Nothing specifically about cybernetics, but like some of the graphics that you see is like a woman throwing a Louis Vuitton bag into the trash, and
Okay, cool.
and stuff like that.
Great. Cool.
Glad to see they made it out of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they're never gonna fail.
Never gonna die, are they?
Cockroaches
That
and Louis
ugly
Vuitton.
ass pattern.
Cool.
God, I
if that-
hate patterns on Louis
if
Vuitton.
That's the if that's everything in there, I'll pass the address on to Spitfire.
And right when you are doing that, you guys all get a message. Doot, 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 doot. It's from Skip.
Oh.
Mm.
And Skip says it's a voice message, and Skip says, "Hey guys, we found Garvey Hammond."
Huh.
Is
Did
he
you say- Did you say
okay?
a message? Can we
Oh,
talk
sorry,
about
it's
Oh,
a
it's a
it's
message.
it's
We
like no
can't
no
talk
no. I said that incorrectly. It's like a walkie-talkie kind of situation.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Is he okay?
No, he's with the police.
Yeah.
They found his body.
City police.
Yeah, he's with
Ah,
Night City Police. They found his body. We have his location. It's
Where?
Little Europe, Adam Avenue and Viridian Street. I'm sending you the address. It's in an alleyway. NCPD's on locations. They know you're coming. We've contacted them. We let them know that they're one of ours. It looks
Right.
like
Thank you, Skip.
it looks like he's
We'll
dead.
head there.
Just
We'll head there straight away.
did Jenny
get outta
did Jenny hear that, or did she not? Like, was that? I'm just wondering because if she didn't hear that, I don't want to let her know that we.
No,
just
she
had a voice.
definitely heard it. Skip wasn't trying
Yeah.
to be like quiet or anything
Mm.
like that. She's too busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think-
But this is also Garvey, right?
Oh
Not-
yeah, but
Yep.
you know,
not Sierra.
but
still, it
if
doesn't
you're about
Oh,
to
yeah.
it's not a great piece of
It's-
information to hear.
It doesn't bode well.
I think Spitfire will just look over at Jenny and just give like a, we gotta go.
Is-
Thanks for.
He's what? Did she say he's dead?
Yeah. Yeah, we're sorry, Jenny, but it doesn't mean that Sierra's dead too, okay? We got a
Yeah.
lead. We got this Transcendentia. We're going to check it out, okay? We got your agent's contact. We'll get in touch as soon as we know anything, okay? Just try
And-
not to worry.
Jenny, don't worry about it. Like Garvey and Sierra, it's two missing people. They could be completely unrelated. It could be entirely different stuff. and
You see
know,
tears welling up in her eyes, and it's just it's hard to convince her.
Sierra.
Hey, Sprocket, your car good to go?
Yeah, it's good to go. Jenny, would you like hug maybe?
No, I think you should all leave now. I think you've done enough here, right? You've gotten all the information you need.
We're good. We're going.
Yeah,
we
we're
have.
good.
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah.
for
Rocket.
helping us, Jenny.
Rocket, fire up the
Thank
car.
you.
We got goddamn police to meet.
And
Okay,
just like
let's
that,
go.
ladies and gentlemen, join us next time as we find out what has happened to Garvey Hammond, what is going on with Dreamland, what is going on with Heaven, Night City.
Crazy Cyber.
And next
What
time,
is up?
we will try to figure that out. Thank you all for joining us. I want to thank Baby Beard Media. You guys are amazing. This has been buckets of fun. And is there anything you guys want to say before we sign off?
Other than thank you.
Oh man, I'm having a blast.
Yeah, gosh.
Fantastic.
I mean, what a wonderful time to for us all to collaborate. We wouldn't have been able to, it's such a gift to be able to bring our characters in Heaven to other players now and do this crazy thing together. So thank you,
I'm
man.
honored. I'm honored that you guys have given me this opportunity to do this, and we're so lucky that we have something like this to collaborate on and break the ice and have lasting friendship
Hey,
Absolutely.
It's
find
the
it
friends we made
along the way.
super interesting to see where you're taking like the seeds of what I made. It's really cool. To see it.
I'm
Someone
glad you're happy.
understand.
I was like, I hope Phil's not like, what the fuck are you doing to my world?
have you watched the Will Smith film I, Robot? Because
Yes.
that's the goddamn vibe I'm getting from it.
I love AI
As in
stuff. That's
product
why
placement?
Yep.
That's why I made this like a personal like AI to run it, and then turning it personal is like, oh, it's not like you're ruining it.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a good hook for me.
Yeah.
To run it.
Yeah, there's
I get.
Yeah.
We'll actually join you next time. This is the hook. We'll be back.
Oh yeah, we'll be back. We'll figure this out. We'll see you guys soon. I hope you guys have enjoyed this because we have more Baby Beard cross JonJonTheWise stuff to do. We will be back to figure out what is going on with Garvey Hammond and everything else. Make sure you guys are joining the Patreon for Baby Beard Media. It's on the screen, patreon.com/babybeard. And they have all kinds of cool exclusive content. Roll to Cast. If you like these characters, Feed the Beast. That's where these characters are from. Go check out that series. It is completed. It is in its entirety. You can binge it. Come on. It's COVID time. I know you got the time. Clean up your house. Put it on the speakers, and do all that. All right, guys.
Yeah. I
can't think of a better
Yeah,
intro.
you told them, John.
Yeah.
Binge our
Next,
YouTube series. We got Let's Plays as well.
That's right. YouTube.
Yeah,
The best thing
YouTube,
to mention
Baby
is,
Beard Media.
with our Patreon,
Yeah.
if we get to $250, we are going to bring you an episode of Wake Up Night City with Uncle Bob.
Ooh.
That's our next. So if you get us there, we will give you more Bob.
You guys want more
Yeah.
Bob in your life. If you don't know who Bob is, I'm telling you, you trust me. I'm John, right?
Get on
I'm
it.
telling you, you wanted more Bob in your life.
Season 1 of Roll to Cast. Cyberpunk 2020.
Exactly.
That season, that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Uncle Bob, the host of Wake Up Night City, the best radio program in Night City.
All right, guys.
Come on.
Here's a bit of this. We'll catch you later.
Have a good
Next
one, guys.
time.
We'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you. Bye. Stay safe.